You see how tender that is? I know you do. You see how tender that is? And that's how you get pulled pork. Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Jamison and this is how I cook. So what happens when your big sister asks you to make pulled pork for 100+ people in honor of the new pastor at the church? That's right, I go on my YouTube channel, I demonstrate for you guys how to make pulled pork. Up next on This Is How I Cook. Yes, Felicia. Okay guys, before we get into this recipe, do me a favor, hit that subscription button and turn on those notifications. It really does help my channel to grow. So here are the stars of our production today. We've got 2 Boston butts. Boston butts don't come from the butt of the pig, they actually come from the shoulder. So think about the shoulder as being broken down into 2 parts. Matter of fact, here's an image showing you exactly where the Boston butt comes from, right here. Now, the Boston butt sits on top of what we call the shoulder or the picnic. And this muscle group is delicious because it has all this interconnected tissue, but it takes a long time to break down when you smoke it and cook it. So this is the perfect candidate for barbecue, low and slow. These came straight out of the pack. I got these from Costco, and all I did was rinse them off and pat them dry to get rid of the residue that was on the Boston butts when they were in the packaging from Costco. So what am I gonna do to season these? First thing I'm gonna do is put down a layer of what I call like a salt blend. This is all-purpose meat and veggie rub from Kinder's. But this is what I'm gonna use. I like the flavor of this. It got a lot of barbecue notes in here. And so this is what I'm gonna use to start the seasoning of these Boston butts. And so what you wanna keep in mind is I'm not trimming the fat, leave the fat on. These are as is straight out the pack. It doesn't get any simpler than that. I'm not gonna put any mustard binder on these. Totally unnecessary. Stop wasting your mustard to season up barbecue. So I'm just gonna come in and put down a very generous coating of my rub. Now keep in mind, this is a massive amount of meat. So even though it looks like a lot of rub, you gotta think about it, all the different parts of this pulled pork when it comes off of the roast, it's not gonna have any seasoning on it. This is what's gonna set up what they call the bark. So we wanna put a good seasoning coat all on these roasts. Now the next thing I'm gonna put down on this is I've got this Rendezvous famous seasoning. This is out of Memphis. So we're gonna use this to add another level of seasoning complexity to our pulled pork. And so the first rub has a lot more salt in it. This rub has more nuanced flavors. It's not as salty. So I can come back and help add this on to help set my coat up here, my bark on my roast. One of the things I didn't show you guys with this particular Boston butt was the money muscle. Here is the money muscle. This strip of meat on this roast, this is what competition barbecue chefs cook and turn in as their submission when they make pulled pork or, Boston butt. It's really tender, it's striated, it has beautiful marbling in it. And this is the most prized section of the Boston butt. So if you make this for yourself at home, keep this piece for yourself as the barbecue chef or the grill master. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did to this one. Come in here with our salt rub. And those are our seasoned Boston butts that we're gonna smoke and turn into pulled pork. So the last thing we need to do is put these Boston butts into some type of bag or container for storage. Now that container I have is perfectly fine for storage if it fits in your refrigerator. But in this case, I don't want to fuss around too much with it. So I've got a very large zipper plastic bag here. Then I just open it up, just like this, and then kind of turn the mouth of it open, kind of invert it so that you don't get the zipper too nasty. And then just get you a good opening there, just like that. And then we just take our Boston butts and we set them right in there, just like that. That's one. Kind of position it in here in the bag so it sits nice and flat. Just like that. And then we take the other one, do the same thing. Then what I like to do, just seal the bag up here, about 90% of the way. And we just want to make sure we get all the air out the bag. Not all the air, but we just want to make sure at this point we're getting some of this air out the bag. And by leaving that little bit unzipped, it's going to help us. And then lastly, we just come in, make sure we got a good zipper seal. And that's how you season up your Boston butt for your smoker. I've got 4 more of these to do. Thank you, Felicia. So I've got 4 more of these to do, and I'm gonna put this in my refrigerator, let it marinate overnight, and then we'll put this into the smoker, into my pit balls tomorrow, and we're gonna show you how to cook these low and slow and make some delicious pulled pork. All right, guys, so it's the next day, the morning of our cook, and I just want to show you guys how I've got my Pit Boss 1150 Pro Series set up. So I've got 6 Boston butts in total to smoke. And as you can see, the Pit Boss 1150's got plenty of room in it to handle 6 Boston butts. This is over 50 pounds of pork. So main thing I tried to do is leave some gap. So the main thing I try to do is leave some space in between the Boston butts as best I could, because I still want some air to circulate around in there so that the smoke can get on all sides of the Boston butt as best I can. Now these in the middle, you want to be careful of if you're using a pellet smoker, because underneath those 2, that's where my firebox is at. So that spot's going to be hotter than the outer edges of the grill. But yeah, guys, this is what we're rolling this morning. We had our meat seasoned up overnight. You see how beautiful the bark is setting up on it already from the seasoning being applied evenly and us marinating it overnight. So the next thing we got to do is just let it cook. So I got this set to about 225 for the first portion of the cook, and I'll put the exact times and temperatures in the description so you guys can have it. Yeah, man, making pulled pork, y'all. This is how I cook. Something else that I want you guys to notice is that I've got the fat cap on these Boston butts turned top side up. That way, as they cook, the fat helps to baste the Boston butt. I don't want to turn it on the fat cap down, because if I turn it with the fat cap down, that's gonna get stuck to the grill, and I don't get any of the benefit of that beautiful pork fat basting my roast. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys where we're at. We're about 2.5 hours into the cook, and so I just want you guys to see what we're looking like in here. These are coming together pretty good. Now you see these dark spots? These dark spots happen because of the hot spot in the middle of that grill. Because I got so much meat in here, I'm having to make sure I move these roasts around so that as the bark sets, it doesn't cook too far. So we got a little bit of color in there happening. Smoke is doing its thing. We'll just keep on letting these roll. So I'm shooting for about 165 degrees internal temp. And then I'm gonna wrap these in foil to tenderize them. There we go. This is how we cook. So you guys see that I wrapped each of the Boston butts in aluminum foil. And so at this stage, all we're doing is trying to tenderize the meat by allowing steam to build up in the foil. And as that steam builds up in the foil, it helps to tenderize the meat so that we can actually shred it. So, well, let this sit in here for another hour. I'm gonna turn my smoker up a little bit. But yeah, guys, we're almost done. In another hour, we'll have pulled pork ready to be shredded. Okay, guys, so we have finished our Boston butts, and these have been resting in this foil pan for about 45 minutes to an hour. I had to let it cool off enough so that I can handle it with my hands and shred this pork. So I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. You can see all this beautiful juice that has collected from letting the butt rest. You can see all this beautiful juice that's collected from letting the roast rest. And so now the fun part is just taking our hands and our utensils and pulling this pork apart. You see how tender that is? I know you do. You see how tender that is? And that's how you get pulled pork. And you want to be careful with this foil pan not to puncture the pan, because if you puncture the pan, then all this juice is going to run out. And so I use a big fork to do this. And then you also got utensils and tongs. And so the tongs can help you kind of maneuver around. And one thing about a Boston butt, it has a lot of different muscles in that roast. So you can see here how this real lean piece, you see that smoke ring, this real lean piece, this is more like ham. But then you've got some really succulent pieces like this that are really well marbled, and those become very, very succulent pieces. And it depends on how, you can say, well, you're saying, well, how much do I need to shred? It depends on how you want your pork. I like a little bit of chew to my pulled pork. I don't like it just being super stringy. But since I'm cooking this to feed 100 people, I'm gonna tear it down pretty fine so that they can control how much they put on people's plates. And that right there, my friends, is how I make pulled pork. Time for the taste test. Normally I would sit down and devour this, but because I've got to get this ready for my church, thank you, Felicia. Thank you for this assignment. I'm gonna taste a little bit of this for you guys, just so you guys can get a sense of how it turned out. So I'm gonna get one of these, get a little bit of this barky piece right here with all that seasoning and goodness on it. Bon appetit. Smoky, decadent, seasoned, nothing boring about that pulled pork. Moist, decadent, that right there on a bun with some bread and butter pickles, a little bit of barbecue sauce, and as we would say in the country, a tap of mayonnaise, you would truly be in hog heaven. Let me try one more little piece of this. Try some of this here, this inner piece. I'm done, y'all. Guys, I'm Jamison, and this is how I cook, and this is how I make shredded pulled pork. You can take a whole Boston butt, smoke it for 5, 6, 7 hours, wrap it in foil. When it gets to 165, cook it until it gets to 205, let it rest for an hour, and then shred it and enjoy. Guys, I'm gonna get back to finishing up this pork for the church. In the meantime, do me a favor, hit that subscription button and turn on those notifications. It really does help my channel to grow. Love you guys. Man, pulled pork.